Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Renee, and welcome to my Project Pan update. So, it is Thursday, the 5th of November, currently, and oh my god, all I have been able to do lately, like literally the only thing, is focus entirely on election news, because I'm on the edge of my seat. It is definitely a close race, but I have a lot of hope. But because of that, I'm just like sitting here like refreshing, like looking for election updates. So I was like, okay, I've got to do something else today. I've got to like focus on something that's not just the election and like maybe be like a touch productive. And I was like, okay, but how can I be like a touch productive? Oh my gosh, I just realized I'm in my gaming chair, not my regular chair. Oh well, today's that kind of day. We're going with this. You guys like my gaming chair? 'Cause I'm a gamer. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I was like, I'll put on some makeup and I'll talk about my makeup, and that's like, I feel like that's the extent of how productive I'm gonna be able to be until the results of this election are finalized. So I'm on edge. But let's get this started. Okay, first things first. This has got to be my most exciting Project Pan update to date. I finished so many products this month, which surprised me because all of these products I've been like, okay, maybe I'll finish them soon for a few months now here, but I wasn't expecting to just finish a bunch of products like in the same month. I was maybe expecting to spread it out. And I really didn't wear makeup all that much this month because I didn't really go out anywhere. So to finish this many products with like the rate that I knew that I was wearing makeup, I'm just like, so I also had to find like a lot of new things to put in. So we'll go over it in order. All right, so first things first, I finished my Luminous Silk Foundation. There's like obviously some still on the sides, but at this point it's impossible to get out. This was like the progress marker bar kind of here on the sides, and I've like been storing it upside down now, so all the product falls down, and I've been, you know, like just opening up the cap and just dumping out my hands. There's none left that I can get without like physically breaking the glass bottle open to get in there. So I'm calling this one done. This definitely was a favorite product of mine in my collection. I absolutely loved this primer foundation. And I am sad to see it go, but also I'm glad that I used it up and didn't just put it aside for fear of not using it and then let it go bad without being able to use an expensive product that I really liked. So it's done. I will not be repurchasing this because Giorgio Armani is not cruelty free, but I do really recommend this for anybody with dry or probably even normal skin if you want like a medium coverage foundation. This is really nice. Next, I have my concealer, my MAC Waterweight Concealer. So I accidentally used it today, so it's still all over the sides, but I marked it. I mean, I didn't accidentally use it today, but I have to shake it to use it because the water separates from the pigment. I marked it down here before I used it. Again, not much progress these last few months, and I know why that is. I know especially why for this past month, there's not much progress going on here. And it's because I wasn't wearing makeup that much. And when I was wearing makeup, it was at times where I wanted to have a nicer makeup look, for lack of a better word. And I don't super love this concealer. I like it a bit. Like, it's okay, but I just don't love it. And I do have concealers that I do love. So when I was reaching for a concealer this month when I was wearing makeup, it wasn't this one. But I think this next month, now that we're getting into, this is November, so I've got a little less than 2 months to use this up. I feel like I'm really gonna focus because I definitely know I think I can make this much progress because I did in 2 months up here. And I really want to finish this up by the end of the year. So fingers crossed. The next one I have kind of a surprising and accidental finishing up. And that's my MAC Face and Body Foundation in the shade Medium Deep that I used as a cream bronzer. That one was taking me a while to finish up. I brought it when I drove up to Virginia, and I put it in my travel makeup bag. And there was one video I was doing, maybe it was my makeup roulette, where I needed to grab something out of my makeup bag. And when I looked in there, I'll have to insert the clip from when, because I have it on tape of when I... when I saw what had happened. I just pulled my MAC Face and Body Foundation that's in my Project Pan as a bronzer out of my bag that I was storing it in temporarily, and it was open, which not only means I've panned this bronzer almost completely, But I bet there is somewhat dry MAC Face and Body bronzer all over that bag and all over the makeup inside. And I'm pretty stressed out. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. But when I looked in there, this had exploded all over my makeup bag and all over all of the products in there. I had to wash my makeup bag out in the shower, and you can like see through it. It's all gone. So I panned this, but like you can tell it wouldn't have been, I don't think it would have been panned by December without that. So it is finished. Like there's nothing I could do to put it back in the bottle and continue to use it. So like I do have to consider it finished, but that wasn't my fault. That was an accident. Final thoughts on the MAC Face and Body Foundation. I really still to this day don't understand how you could wear it as a foundation because it's glittery, and I'm not trying to be Edward Cullen, so I'm not putting glitter particles just all over my face mixed into my foundation. As a bronzer, I thought it blended well. I thought it gave me a nice, very orange, but I like that kind of orangey bronzy look. So I did really like it. I won't be repurchasing because MAC is not cruelty free. So that's the end of that in my collection. And I've got other cream bronzers that I'm really excited to give a little bit more attention to now that I don't have to focus on that one. Okay, next I have my MAC Strobe Cream. And this one is not done, but it's very close to being done. So I have it marked here where I estimate it looks like it's right up here, right? Or maybe down here. But if you look inside, it's actually the bulk of products is quite a bit lower. So I've estimated it to be about right here, I think. And that could even be very conservative because when I'm looking inside of it, it's very far down there. And whenever I open it, a lot tends to come out. So I think that this one I definitely could have done in 2 months when you look at how now that we're getting into this bottom part, it's starting to become smaller in radius anyway. And considering we started from all the way up here, I do definitely think that within 2 months I could get down there. All right, my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Slim Light in Champagne Pop. That is such a mouthful. That's hard. I am up to here on. So for a reminder, the product looks like this, and this is kind of its mode of application. So I made some progress, definitely more significant than in prior months, but still not enough, I don't think, to finish this in the next 2 months. I still don't really love this. The way that I found applying it that I actually do really enjoy is on my no makeup days, I'll put this all over my eyelids as kind of a very subtle, sort of sheen to my eyelids without looking like I'm wearing an eyeshadow, if that makes sense. And I found that I really enjoy that. Or putting it in the inner corner of my eyes. I didn't do that today, but it is something that I found that I enjoy using this product for. I don't really using it as a traditional highlight because I don't feel like it does a terrible amount for my skin, but I just don't think I'm gonna have this used up in 2 months, and I don't know yet if I'm gonna throw this out or if I'm just gonna keep it or maybe rotate it into a project pan for next year. But I kind of want to start over for next year, so we'll see with what I end up doing on this. I don't know, I'm undecided. All right, this is another project I finished. This is my Cover FX setting powder in Translucent Light, and I'm gonna be honest, based on how the progress was looking, I kind of thought off this last update I'd have a few more months, or at least maybe 1 more month with this powder, but I completely finished it, and I have completely even taken the sifter off to get inside, and there's no powder in there left at all. So it's done. And that's pretty crazy. I did really enjoy this setting powder. I might repurchase it in the future since it is cruelty free and vegan, and I do like Cover FX, but for right now it's just done. Guys, want to see my roommate's cat? My roommate is at work right now, so I have the cat in my bedroom sleeping. Okay, so I switched chairs out of the gamer chair and into this one because the gamer chair kept squeaking, and you guys can have my regular, somewhat backless chair back, I guess. But I'm not starting over recording because that seems aggressive. So we just talked about my Cover FX powder. So I guess final thoughts on it. I really, really enjoyed the powder, and I think it's a nice powder. I think that it does a good job of potentially like brightening your face a little bit and not settling into pores and not making you look like dusty, for lack of a better word. I don't know how else I would describe that. So I would pick it up again and I would recommend it. But I really want to try some other setting powders out and see if I can like get, I don't know, just find one that I really, really, really am like super passionate about instead of just being like, yeah, it's good. You know what I mean? That probably doesn't make much sense to other people, but it makes sense to me. So go buy a little powder. We'll catch you in an empties video, I'm sure. Next, I've got my Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush, Apri-Cot in the middle. I feel like if you've been keeping up with this project, you know what the progress is going to be on this already, and that's minimal. I am wearing it today. I sometimes like it, sometimes hate it. Today I hate it. It's just where we are with this. There's no chance I don't even think of hitting pan on this before the end of the year. I'm still optimistic that maybe if I could like wear it as eyeshadow a few times and just really kind of dig my brush in there, that maybe. But at the end of the year, regardless, I'm throwing this out because it's going to be expiring and I just don't love it. So that's the future on that one. And I'll have pics inserted here of progress in previous months of that, since there's no other real way to check it. I should sit over here so I can put the pictures up while I talk. Actually, you know what? I'll sit this way so that the cat is here when the pictures aren't. Okay, so I've got my Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder, shade Highlight 01. And I feel like I've been saying this every month, but doesn't it seem like it's so short and flat? And I feel like, I don't know, I wear this a lot. I'm wearing this today. I actually don't think it's one of my favorite highlighters anymore, but I still like it. So I definitely feel like I'm getting good use out of it. This would be one thing that I could see myself rotating into another year's project if I don't finish it or hit pan on it this year, because I think that it's something that I am somewhat close to hitting pan on or finishing, and it's feasible and I like the product, so I don't mind rolling it into next year's. My Aucoin Contour Duo, shade Medium. So obviously the pan is still there. I had hit pan on it a few months ago, and then the pan seemed like it was kind of steadily growing, and I was like, wow. But now the pan seems to have stopped growing. So what I think, it kind of is sad. I do feel like I use this all the time. Every time I wear powder products, I put this on. I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't think it will be done in 2 months. And I don't know, because this product is getting so old. I don't know if I want to continue using it into next year and see if I can just use it all the way up, or if I want to throw it away at the end of the year. I guess the formula is still good and it still looks good. It hasn't developed any weird smell or anything. So it's tempting to want to finish it and use it up, but it's also tempting to want to use new products, obviously. But that's just like my little consumerist monkey brain talking. So I just don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I don't have to make the decision yet, so I'm not going to. I'm going to procrastinate making that decision. My NYX Bright... I was so ready. Oh my goodness. That's so embarrassing for me. My NYX Micro Eyebrow Pencil. Oh yeah, I switched to a purple pen instead of a pink one because I lost the pink pen. So that's just where we are today. That's where it is. I don't want to cheat with the lipstick, but it's up there, which means that I made some really significant progress this last month, and I feel like if I keep that progress up and I just wear enough makeup, I can finish it up by the end of the year, like maybe right at the end of the year update, and that would be great, and I could focus on the other eyebrow pencils in my collection because I have a million. So I'm really, really, really hopeful for that. I mean, it's an eyebrow pencil, so if I have to roll it over into next year, like, that's not a terrible problem, but I like really want to kind of start as fresh as possible with new products, and I'd love to finish that one off and just start a new year, like, on a really good note and get everything done, you know what I mean? All right, I have another one done, my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is the one that I've been saying, I can't see how much is in here, but I really think I'm almost done for like 4 months. Now I know for a fact it's done because oh, sorry. But it's done, and now I'm testing out a few other setting sprays. I really like this setting spray though. I really like the way that it mists. Like that mist is really fun and really nice and goes on your face and doesn't leave like these huge water droplets or anything. But this is like the continuous setting mist, not like the dewy or radiant. I know they have different kinds. This one's this one. And I really liked it. I may repurchase it one day if I don't find a setting spray I like as much, but I'm really enjoying trying new things right now. So it's just done right now. Okay, the last thing that I have in my update from this last month before I get into my new products that I'm going to add is my NARS. Oh. I was like, where did I put this notebook? I was holding it 1 second ago. This is my NARS lipstick in Dolce Vita. It is going to be unreasonably difficult to get rid of this lipstick, I feel. I just feel like it's the perfect nude, but like not nude. It's my perfect nude because it's like not my skin tone color, but it's like almost my exact lip color. And I have been loving. I'm glad that I put this in my project because I wasn't focusing on it nearly as much. Like I didn't wear it nearly as much. I would forget about it. I'd want to try like other fun colors, but this gives me a really good excuse to like put this on even under my face mask so that, I don't know, like I'm just inspired to use it. And then like when I'm at home, I just really like the way my lips look and it's a really nice formula and I will be sad to see this go. I did use, there we are. I did use this much of it this past month. So I think that if I keep focusing on it, there's definitely a chance I can use it up by the end of the year. If not, I do think that it will probably be time to throw it away since it will be pretty old for lipstick and probably not worth keeping. So I'm going to use as much as I can before that point because I really do enjoy this lipstick color and the formula and I'd like to end it on a high note. Okay, and then that's it for my updates from like what I've had in my project pan thus far. That's 4 products to use, which is a third of what's in my project. That is the setting mist, the Giorgio Armani setting spray, the MAC Face and Body Foundation, and the Cover FX setting powder. So that's literally 4 products, which was hard. That was really difficult for me. Not to like use all those products up. Also, I'm just putting it in there. Just don't worry about it. Not to use the products up, but more so because I had to find 4 new things I wanted to add that I thought reasonably could be used up by the end of the year. And I didn't just want to like go down the same road of picking another bronzer and picking another setting spray and picking another powder and picking another foundation. Because while it's tempting, because there are objects in all of those categories that I am looking to use up, it is kind of boring because when I finish something like the foundation, it's really nice to be able to just kind of like rotate through my foundations freely without kind of feeling that pressure to finish that foundation. Do you know what I mean? So what I did instead is I picked I picked some, well, you'll see. The first one is this Derma-E Sun Protection Mineral Powder in SPF 30. I'm sure I got this as like a Sephora like sample or I don't know, lure box or something. I'm not sure. But it expires in April of next year, which is written on the back. So I was like, okay, now's a good time to use this powder before it expires. And it's pretty small, so I think I actually could use it. And right now I have this much powder and I'm gonna use the same marking system that I used with my Cover FX one. And hopefully I'll be able to get done with it. It's just barely works for my skin tone. I think it'll work a lot better when I have self-tanner on or in the summer, but we're going to try and use it up now. So excited to see. I actually really haven't used this powder all that much because it's like in a little sample size and I forget about it. But we'll see what I think. I don't know. I'm excited. I hope I can use up this much powder by December, but that's kind of a good, I feel like, size for what I want to do. And then I am adding another concealer to the project, which I know is like, why? But I'll explain it. So I'm adding my Maybelline Dream Lumi Touche. What? Dream Lumi Touche? Okay, sure. In 10 Fair. And it looks like this. These used to be my favorite concealer pens of all time because I really like that they are very lightweight, very light coverage, yet brightening. And I used to wear this like literally every single day. And that definitely still hasn't changed. I still like wearing a concealer like this on my lighter makeup coverage days, or if I'm not wearing makeup and I just want concealer on my face. However, Maybelline is not cruelty free, and I want to start testing products like this that are cruelty free and are vegan. So I'd like for this one to leave my collection. Also, the brush now looks like this. I have no idea what happened there. So I feel like though this concealer has seen better days and I'd like it out of my collection. But I do really enjoy the product and I really enjoy the concealer, and it has a really different purpose from my MAC Waterweight Concealer. So I would like to really focus on using this up by the end of the year, and I do think that's possible because I only have this much left. But we'll see. I've definitely been wrong about how projects go in the past. Next, I'm gonna add my Rimmel London Exaggerate Full Color Lip Liner in Enchantment 070. That's what I'm wearing on my lips today. I'm wearing that with a lip gloss, and this is all over my lips. Part of the reason I put this in my collection is because I don't actually love lip liners. In fact, I would argue I really dislike lip liners, and I don't really know how to use them, and I never really learned. And I never really bothered because it didn't seem important, because the type of lipsticks that I favor don't really require a lip liner. But I have a drawer of them anyway, and a drawer of a lot of them that aren't cruelty-free and aren't vegan. So my thought process was to put this in the project, see if I could use it up, because it's definitely pretty old and probably pretty close to expiring, and see if I can maybe get some appreciation for lip liners along the way. And then if I don't like it, I'm just going to throw it out at the end of the year, because, or if I don't finish, because it is getting really old, because I think I bought that when I was in college. And I started marking that here as well, and I've got a long way to go because I just don't wear lip liners. I'm sure this is like literally as much as is in the product, but we'll see how much I can finish. While I'm not confident that maybe I could use it up, I do think I can make a long way with it, and then hopefully that opens the door to me being able to use my lip liners more in the future. And then the last thing I'm going to add is this Honey by Marc Jacobs perfume. This is the, I think it's just, yeah, Honey by Marc Jacobs perfume, which I have approximately, I've tried to market that much left, and I've had this for a while, and it is one of my favorite like lighter perfumes that you can get away with kind of like wearing to work, because it's a very like, it's not a very intense scent. It's pretty like light and airy and not super overwhelming. So you're not gonna, I mean, you definitely might still like trigger people who are sensitive to scent, but I don't think nearly as much as something like Black Opium, which I think is a pretty heavy and intense scent. But it is almost done, and I really want to like work through, I have too many perfumes I feel, and I'd really like to start working through them, and I feel like I can definitely finish this by the end of the year if I make like a really good effort on it and replace it with something cruelty free. So this is the one in my project. We'll see how this turns out. I hope I can finish this by the end of the year, but if not, maybe I'll roll it over. But yeah, so that's all the stuff that I have updates on, and then that's all the stuff that I am adding. So I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this video. I hope it provided a needed break from the election stress. And I hope that everyone's doing well and taking care and keeping safe and keeping their mental health in check. And it's a weird time that we live in, so give yourself some grace with whatever you're dealing with, and hopefully we all come out of the other side of this together. But thank you for letting me provide this break to myself as well, because I genuinely needed that. So stay safe, have a good day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.